Alright, welcome to Shit Gon' Shit. This your boy SG. This the dude panel. After we spent like 10 hours, finally, you know what I'm saying, listening to the girls
y'all so dramatic.
Talk about days of our lives and shit like that. So, real quick, all the dudes, just introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying, and then we're gonna get into this joint.
Olubisi Ayileke, born and raised in Nigeria.
That's what's up.
Peso at Peso PMG on Instagram. We are PMG.net. Check it out.
Izzy a god on Instagram and Snapchat. Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn, definitely Brooklyn. Females supposed to send us questions and all that. There's a couple of them still straggling around in here, so I don't know if they got the questions ready or whatever like that. But
I got just normal typical female questions, but I'll go ahead and like introduce it out there.
Go ahead.
And then y'all can answer.
Go ahead.
So one person asks, Brianna, she asks, when do guys know it's the right time to wife a female up?
We just know.
Yeah, it ain't no real answer for that.
You just know.
Sometimes you just know the first time.
And actually, it isn't about the girl. It's about us.
Yep.
We're done doing whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
And we just know. Like,
it ain't really no solid answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot that play a part of it, but it's not really no straight answer to that.
Chicks always asking questions that they ain't no fucking answer to.
Yeah.
Listen. Look.
Before the questions come, make sure they're not rhetorical. You know what I mean?
And they always ask questions that they feel like has to do.
Or make sure they're not based off of 1,000 different scenarios. You know what I'm saying?
Like that type of question has nothing to do with you. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's the men.
It's us.
Totally.
We have to accomplish something in our head, whether it's to be able to.
So
provide.
BJ, when it came to you and your wife, when did you know that she was the one?
I mean, I knew probably junior college, but I wasn't ready.
But you knew she was the one.
I knew she was the one. I knew
but
that's
you
why
wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
And junior year, y'all was what, 3 years in junior year?
Yeah. Nah. We were about 8.
8 years in? Junior year?
Because you gotta remember, we're high school. We came from high school.
But B, we could go back to the.
We came from high school.
Shit.
We can go back to the last episode you was on for all that. Let's go to the episode.
Stop. Peso, he do too much for my life.
We wasting time right now. He's explaining all of that already. I got a question too for the fellas, dog. This is something I seen yesterday. What y'all feel about women proposing, yo?
Fuck
Disgusting.
that shit.
There's been a lot of that shit
I
going
don't.
on.
Me personally, I mean, with the morals that I was raised with, I don't respect it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of, to me, I look at it like a female walking next to the street.
But I seen a video of a chick get on one knee in Times Square. Like, how would you react? Your chick get on one knee in Times Square with the ring and everything. Like, how would you react to that?
Would you accept it to save face, but when y'all go home, be dead that shit? Like, nah, that's not gonna work.
Like, yo, what you doing?
I don't know. I can't even really answer that. You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah,
like I said, I look at it like, if I'm walking with a female and she walking closer to the street, she trying to make me feel like the girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't like shit.
No,
like
you
that.
know what it's like, and this is a situation I was in. I was walking into a door, and it was a stud, and she opened the door for me. And for some reason,
You felt less of
for
a
some
man?
reason,
You felt like
You
less of
said
a
it was a
man?
stud and she opened the door.
You felt like less of a man?
and we were at the door like, nah, you go. And I was just like,
That's crazy.
for some reason, I just felt like, yo, no.
You know what
You
it
go.
is? This is what it is, man. I feel like
That's
Well,
exactly
okay,
how I feel.
I ain't even let you go. What you think?
Nah, I feel like it's emasculating.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
That's
feel.
what it
Here's
is.
my thing. I feel like we live in a world today where people feel like any and everything is a go, but certain things we need to stick to tradition on. You understand what I'm saying?
But
Like,
that all go back to morals though. You know what I'm saying, about how people is raised. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was talking in the lobby, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, most grandparents are not. You know what I'm saying? Your grandparent nowadays is like 30. You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother's 30 nowadays. So it's like, where you getting the morals from? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had your grandparents, like your grandfather, grandmother, like my grandparents was married 60 years. You know what I'm saying? So I got morals from like my grandpops, like certain things that you're supposed to do, certain things that you're supposed to let fly.
and
not
another
let
thing
fly,
is this too. You can't force a man to be ready for that. A man is gonna be ready.
Yeah.
Ready for
We're
that.
gonna go. My bad to cut y'all off. We're gonna go to the whole last episode shit, or the girls' night out, eating ice cream and shit, whatever the fuck they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Where she said, after 10 months, or she don't want to be engaged longer than 10 months. Like, that's some other shit right there.
You can't put unrealistic time limits on things. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, do you want to rush it?
I said
no. You ain't supposed to
engagement.
talk. You're not supposed to talk.
Oh shit, he tried
But
it.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say relationship. I said engagement. I feel like
No.
your engagement should not last. I truly believe your engagement should not last
but,
more than a year.
But you're not supposed to talk. I was just talking
You
about
ever been married?
what it was saying though. Like you can't put a rush on.
They
You
gonna
can't put a
answer.
rush on it
You
though.
said what?
You ever
What
been married?
I'm sorry. I said
You ever been married?
I've never been married.
There you go. That's why. You know what I mean? You can't put an unrealistic.
If you
can't- yeah.
propose to me, then you want to marry me.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about the relationship. I'm talking about the engagement.
Yeah, but why do an engagement have to be a certain amount
But
of
why
time?
does the engagement have to carry on for 3-4 years? You want to be Jennifer Hudson engaged for fucking 11 years and still no marriage?
But nobody said years. But you saying 10 months.
No, I think
4
it's,
years, like 4, 5, 10 years of engagement. 2 years of engagement makes no sense.
I think
First
the
of all-
idea of
first of all-
engagement.
You can go
Hold
to the
on.
courthouse, get married, and do your reception later.
First of all, her
But
mic
to
is too
drag out
loud.
an engagement is crazy.
Can y'all
No,
turn
I think
her mic down,
you
please?
have to have
Oh, shit.
your idea.
Her
Your
mic is too
idea
loud.
of engagement has to be set. So when you say engagement, are you saying, "Hey, I'm engaging you to get married to you within these couple of years," or I see you as the one, and one day we will make it happen as long as we have our shit together, type thing.
Is it like
so
a-
you have to have that conversation
Exactly.
after, maybe even before the engagement, so that way you know when you do propose, you know what to expect.
Yeah, because I
But
think
we're all brought up in the fact that you engage if you propose to a girl within 3-5 months, within a year,
Yeah.
she's already have it all planned out. And to us, that's not probably something we want. We just want to say, hey, you are the one.
So you want to string her along like y'all usually?
Now I don't want to string her along, but
No,
I'm
it's not
saying you
stringing.
are the one. So now let's enjoy us being together as possibly the one, and then we set it up.
possibly the one.
Yeah, because engagement could end. I don't know what you could do in
okay.
10 minutes from now.
true. That's true.
Which is
That
why
is true.
I'm not giving you time to change your
But that
mind.
is true
like,
though.
you're
But
not about
because
to,
anything.
Okay, but
you're
just
not about to string me up.
no, but just as
like
just as engagement could end, a marriage could end. Which one would you
That
rather?
both thing makes sense now. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Now it
But
makes
which one
sense.
would you rather?
The
Though? Would you
marriage
rather?
can end, but it's a little harder for a marriage to end than
It's
just a
not really-
relationship.
it's not really
yes,
hard.
It is.
No,
yes,
it's
it
not.
is. It's easier for people to
it's not.
walk away from a relationship because engagement is just technically a relationship. You're
said,
not
Let me
married
tell you
yet.
something.
Time
Let me
to
tell you
change
something.
your
A marriage is literally just a hyped up relationship.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's
like
it.
a marriage could end the same way as a
A
relationship.
marriage,
saying- you're saying that's
a marriage is a legal relationship, basically.
It's
You
all
can't-
government.
Hey yo, you can't. Hey yo, son, what you doing in here? Yo, this grown man talk. Yo, word up, man. Hey yo,
That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think. I think people use that shit kind of loosely too, like getting engaged and shit like that. I think if you're gonna get engaged, you should have a time frame set of when you want to.
you
get
can't
married,
time
though.
frame life, man. That's
No,
just
not life, but I mean, you should have like, all right, just say hypothetically, if you be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna get engaged to her because I know within a year change or whatever, I want to marry her. Now, whatever happened before you actually get married is
But
different.
who's to say what's gonna happen in a year?
But that's why you got to give it the what you call that shit? What you call that shit when you get the free trial? Yeah, that's what that is.
He gonna free trial an engagement. Ain't this some shit?
That's what it is.
You want
know?
to test it out real
Yeah,
quick?
you gotta test it out because because that changes a lot of people's mindset. You know what I'm saying? Once they get the ring,
you and your wife set a time for when y'all was gonna get married.
So when we first got married, she wanted I think a year after we got married because she had a certain date that she wanted to hit.
Yeah, she should.
But for me, because I'm Nigerian and my parents in Africa, I wanted her to meet my parents first. So it became okay, yeah, we'll meet them someday. Now we don't need to meet them. We could make it happen. And then as we got closer to the date, I was like, you know what? Nah, I can't do this. I need you to meet my mom and father. And then she put it in my court, and she said, you know what? You need to make it happen. If not, I'm gone.
Yeah,
And
I think
I took
that's the
that.
easiest way to drive a man away is try to put time constraints on him.
Nah, honestly, I think giving a time limit makes you accountable. Like it causes you to be intentional.
And this is why I invited him to this show.
You know what happens as a man? Like you're bred to cultivate. This is why I don't agree with women proposing, because a man cultivates, and when he's ready to cultivate and he has mastered himself, that's when he brings a woman into his circle.
No,
So
that's
when a girl starts that or jumps that gun, you're forcing somebody to be political with you and not be 100. Because
Son,
he's
this
not
young
ready.
brother he be
True.
speaking.
You know?
I'm telling y'all, this
But
is
that's
why I'm
knowledge,
like,
though.
Izzy, you gotta come on the
you
show.
got knowledge though.
So at the end of the day, if a man's not ready, a woman should not propose to him.
Boom.
Right now, is there a time frame on readiness?
Now, a time frame for the engagement, you're gonna start the sands of time.
No, the question was, is there a time frame on readiness, on when a man is ready?
I don't think it's a time frame on nothing really.
As a man you could say there's a time frame on when I'm ready.
But also there's you can't be lagging with it.
Of course, no, nobody's even suggesting that.
Yeah,
of course,
but I think that's what a lot of guys do, and I know that's what I did when I early in my relationship was that. Hey, I want to graduate college. I want to have that job, and I want to be able to take care of us.
Yeah.
All right. I don't necessarily need to be able to take care of us to get married.
Of course.
Would I like to graduate college when it happened? Cool. Would I have to get myself together? Cool. But what she had to tell me was that, as far as taking care of me, you don't need to do that. I could do that on my own, or we could do that together.
And you see, I think that's where the conversation starts, because the idea of I am ready means it's a mental thing. I'm ready to be responsible. If not, I'm gonna still act like a child. I'm gonna play with my toys.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So,
but that's something as a man you gotta look. Your woman can't tell you
Yeah,
that.
she
Or
can't
I agree with that.
Nor can she force that in you. Nor
You
can
gotta
she
have that.
implement
You gotta
it.
have that on your own.
That's 100% up to that man.
But
It really
I
is.
think another thing is like when we hear them give us in a sense an ultimatum, we see it as, oh, you putting me in a corner, so now I got to fight my way out of it, and in order to fight my way out of it, I got to injure you to get out of it.
But the
what I
sad
said.
thing
That's
is,
the easiest way to get a man out
the
is
sad
to
thing
put
is they
time
don't
on
look
it.
at it like that. They don't look at it like they putting us in the corner.
But that's the thing, though. It's really not a corner. It's just really them setting their limits. It's really them saying, hey, look, I get you got to get ready, but in about a year, now I got to start thinking about myself.
True, but it's like, do you want to rush greatness though?
But listen,
That's
even
some
if you go
bullshit.
back to like your first real relationship, I'm pretty sure 3 out of 4 of us here had to talk ourselves into that shit. Like, yo, am I ready for this right now? Am I really gonna do this with Shorty?
Word.
Like that's real talk. Like you had to have that talk with yourself. Like, yo, am I really ready to be in this relationship right now?
Yeah,
That's just what it is.
Definitely. All right, next question, man.
Next question. If your mom's and your wife get into an argument, whose side you picking?
God.
You said wife?
You said wife, right?
Yeah, you said wife, right?
And your wife, yes.
All right, so I actually, she wasn't my wife at the time, but she was my girl. And my mom, like I said, I'm Nigerian, so my mom didn't actually. I won't say she didn't like her, but she didn't want me to be without. She didn't want me to be with an American. She wanted me with a Nigerian. Mm-hmm. So when I first introduced her, it was like she had her blinders on. She's not Nigerian. I'm not looking at her. And and when I first introduced her, she actually like saying some slick comments about her, and I had to just be like, "Yo, chill, like." That has nothing to do with who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you just going off of, oh, she's Nigerian, so she's gonna be perfect. No, it's not
about
how it is.
like we was talking about earlier. It's about the character.
Yeah, it's
of
about the
person.
character, and like you need to sit down, watch her character, see who she is, and decide for yourself. And we actually had the argument. So I'll probably go with my wife, depending on the argument, because there have been some times like my wife is actually like judge my mom, and I'm like, yo, you don't even know what she had to go through.
You like, yo, that's my mom.
Like, yo, that's my mom's. You don't like you looking at it from in a sense an American view. You're not seeing it from a Nigerian or Caribbean or whatever view. You're seeing it from your view, and I don't blame you for that. But you can't judge my mom.
Yeah, you can't judge.
So when you say that, do you feel like culture makes a difference? Because I know for me, my mom wants me to stick to strictly Jamaican, and if I don't do Jamaican, then it has to be like American.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think.
pause, P. Before you leave, do you have questions for the men?
I had so many questions, but
You could text it.
Yeah, text it to me and I ask them.
I have a lot of questions. Actually. I gotta go.
All right.
But I think culture does play.
Yeah, because I know
a big
my
role.
family, they want me to stick to Jamaican. If I don't do Jamaican, then Trini is second up.
But that's because they know your struggle.
Holla.
That's because they know your struggle. They know what you go through. They know your culture. They know your food. They know your music. Nothing has to be in a sense taught. Like
Gotcha.
they know all that.
Gotcha.
Would I like my child to date a African American? Yes, because I know that person understands like the
African American or
struggle.
African?
Either one.
But African American is not the same as African.
It's not, but I'm just saying, like, in a sense, would I
Okay.
want my child to date somebody in my culture? Whatever I choose that to my culture is African or African American.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if you would I hate you because you go outside? No. Would I not like it? Yeah, sure. Of course I won't like it, but it is what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You determine your life.
Not condoning is not liking. You know what I'm saying? Like he just said.
So if your mom and your girls got into it, who you picking?
Like, I mean, that shit's crazy. I mean, it depends on. It really depends though. You know, because it's like on one hand, it's like he was saying, like, you know, she was looking at her on one aspect or whatever like that. So it's kind of like you're not even trying to figure out her character. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like you said, it depends on the argument. You know what I'm saying? If y'all arguing over like Days of Our Lives or some shit like that, like I ain't getting in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? But like some other shit, like really, I really don't know. I would have to be in. That's something where you have to be in a situation to really know. You know what I'm saying? Like how you will react to it.
What would you?
What about you, Izzy?
Now the question is my wife, right?
Wife or mother?
My wife and my mother. So if she's my wife, that means I'm sleeping with her at the end of the night. So
That's true.
At the end of the day, family argues. So if they're arguing, I'm gonna just see it as it was my siblings arguing, or I'm arguing with my pops. If they in an argument, that's between them. That got nothing to do with me. I'm just gonna keep my mouth out of it as long as it's not physical. It's not something that's detrimental to the family. Other than that, that's none of my business. I'm sleeping with my wife at the end of the night.
Gotcha.
Because my piece is important.
Damn sure is.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's wild hypothetical, but I mean, if I gotta give an answer, I ain't picking nobody. They both just gotta chill the fuck out. So
Basically,
yeah.
That's just what it is. Like, it ain't no picking nobody.
Yeah.
You know, that's I can't. There's nothing. That's my mom, so I can't do nothing about that. If we married, like he said, we gotta go sleep with each other at night. So I can't pick either one. I gotta fuck with both of you regardless. So you know what I mean. So yeah. So they just won't have to both just chill out.
So why would she pass the shit to me when I get a question like this? All right.
She walks out.
It says, why is it when the men have more than one child by different women? First of all, her grammar's fucked up. She putting periods at the wrong place. You have more than one child by different women. You think that you can only take care of one child at a time. Like, am I supposed to give a damn about your daughter graduating? See, this is shit that I don't even want to answer.
I ain't got no time for that hood.
Yeah, like come on, like.
What?
I still have a child. I still have a child.
Enough to understand that, like,
yeah, but see,
it's not the child's fault.
See, it wound up not being a question no more. It just went to,
It's a rant.
like, look, this is what she go. I still have a child to raise, so run me my money, mister. I do have a child graduating.
Oh man, that's
like,
personal. Yeah, that's
personal,
shit.
bro.
Like, yeah, I ain't got no time for
Gonna
it.
hit the side button so the power could be cut off and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Like, I honestly don't think it should be. You know, I'm not even answering that dumb shit. Next question. Any one of y'all got questions or whatever like that?
Why do men, when you go on dates, decide to go Dutch on a bill?
Well, that's them niggas you've been dealing with.
Yeah.
You've been dealing with the wrong niggas then. Nah,
Are you talking about the first date?
Yeah, we talking about.
Are we talking about the first date?
Are we talking about?
Like the first day, you guys go out, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden,
first day
the bill
traditional
comes.
rules still apply. I'll take care of the first
Okay,
date.
but
It's not a problem.
there's a date and there's
So a friend of mine,
a.
she went on a date with a guy,
And he asked her out.
basically.
Well, see, now
Oh,
if
nah, that's
if,
different.
that's
If
what
he
I was about to
asks
say.
out,
If he acts her out, then he got to
Then
take
he
care
got to
of
pay.
Let me
If
rephrase
I
that.
ask you, I pay him.
But the bill
That's
paid,
how you're really
and
supposed to go.
I feel like
I'm gonna say this.
I
Where
feel
was
like
the location?
No, well, that's a fact.
Because we talking, if we talking Starbucks,
I do
you
feel
know
like
what I'm
this
saying?
though.
I'm
Not to
just
cut you off,
mentioning
my
it.
brother.
Nah, go ahead.
First date, I feel like dude should always pay.
Yeah,
regardless.
dude
So
should
who
pay
asks
for
what,
the first
or
date,
what
yeah.
it is,
First date, yeah.
First date is
Yeah.
that's just traditional. That's just gentleman's manner. That's honestly just how I feel. The first date,
Yeah.
the dude
Yeah.
should
First
pay.
date guy should get take care
I
of it.
agree too. I don't care if the woman even offers. He should at least insist to pay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if you
Just the
go,
offer,
if
just
you
the
go,
offer. Even if he just offering and she just be like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Just the fact of showing like, you know what, like I'm not gonna just leave you
and
out
if
there
he
to just.
if he does
take
pay
care of shit.
Dutch, he's not interested.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If he does
true.
pay Dutch,
That's true.
he wants
Yes,
to end it
definitely.
without I don't know, without a grudge, and I don't know.
Not
how to
like
say,
he
but
he basically don't want you to have nothing over his head.
yeah.
But
Basically.
ain't no man
exactly.
that's seriously interested in getting to know
Yeah,
you
gonna go
make you
gonna
dig in
go
your
Dutch,
pocket
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
first date.
Yeah.
He's- that don't
If
even
at the
make
end of the
sense.
day he says go Dutch, he's not interested.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, fellas, I will say this: if you've been on 3 or 4 dates with Shorty and she ain't offer to pay not once, she using you, dog. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Real
You seen
talk, yo.
you seen that video?
Yes, definitely.
You seen that video
I
when
think
the-
at least the third date. At least by the third
By
day.
the third day, even if you decide to pay, even if you are willing to pay,
But it's just
the principle.
But it's just like we just said. Like if at least if the dude offers, like at least if she offers by like the third, fourth date.
Matter of fact,
even if you still pay, even if you still do pay as a dude,
it's just the principle.
Yeah,
of the
it's principle.
It's just the principle.
To make it show like interest goes both ways, basically.
Yeah, I think she should plan the third date.
She should plan the third date.
I think she should plan the third date. I think she should plan the third date.
She gotta plan it and pay for it.
You don't have to pay for it, but you have to be willing.
But show interest.
Yeah,
interest.
interest.
Yeah, interest go both ways.
You can pump fake me. Yeah. I mean, if I have a good time with you, then cool. I'll
we
take
gonna swipe that card one day. Believe that.
Exactly.
Believe that. We
I think. Okay, this is how I see it.
You gotta make sure the card not a cash app though.
This is how I see it. The first date is, of course, getting to know each other. The second date is, hey, I love what I found. I saw the first date, so I want to go deeper. And the third date should be, now you're interested. Now you've seen enough in me to say you want to do it again, and that comes on you.
Know that this is somebody you want to pursue. By which date?
I'm gonna speak for me. Honestly, it ain't even a date. I feel like the real situation between any man and a woman starts after they have sex. That's just my personal opinion on it. To see where it's going from there. Yeah.
The deeper the penetration, the deeper the situation.
Keep it a
He
fact.
said deeper the penetration, deeper the situation.
Is that for everybody?
So if she
I'm prefacing it with that's my personal thing.
So she don't have sex with you.
No. Not saying if she has sex or don't have sex, but it's like that's when you see how if she would change like the way she acts.
Like we gonna keep it a buck here on sugar on
What
shit.
are you giving her? Are you like
every list.
Two in the pink, one in the stink, and then
The pink one in the stink.
Two in the hole.
Like the Neapolitan ice cream. You put the finger in the strawberry one
I
in
don't
the
know what kind of
chocolate.
nasty shit y'all be on, but yo,
one in the
listen,
stink.
I do normal penetration. You know what I mean? So,
No, but I mean that's what she meant. Just look at the three-way ice cream.
No,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
what I'm saying, let me
Strawberry, vanilla chocolate.
Let me
strawberry
further
and a chocolate.
explain what I mean, and I want to hear this brother's opinion on what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's easy to be jaded or persuaded by a woman when you're trying to get to a certain point, which normally is trying to get inside her panties. Not saying that's the only thing you're thinking about, but I feel like you really decide to determine if you're into that woman after you have sex. I feel like that.
that's the only way.
No, listen. Let me tell you why though. Because it's easy to want to fuck. I gotta thoroughly enjoy my time with you outside the bedroom. That's when I decide whether I really like you or not.
Some niggas don't take you outside the bedroom.
But I'm just saying that's where it really counts at. It counts outside the bedroom.
Yeah,
if I enjoy
does.
spending time with you, if I enjoy your company, if I just want to see you, beyond just sleeping with you.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's just about fucking, then I'm not really that interested in you.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm saying.
So you gotta fuck me to know that.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta go beyond trying to catch a nut.
Yeah, well,
Keep it a
now
buck,
we
definitely.
know.
Definitely.
Hold on, son gotta go.
And
Go
we're
ahead.
talking about being interested, right? Like how to keep my
Mm-hmm.
interest.
Or how do you know when the woman that you're
I didn't say how to
dating
keep interest for the
somebody you
record.
wanna pursue in a relationship?
I see her. If I want to pursue her, is because she's promoting all of my other relationships. She's not keeping me hostage. Everything around me is
Facts.
benefiting.
I got you.
You understand?
Facts.
She's not taking me away from my moms. Like she wants
Mm-hmm.
me to talk to my moms,
Friends.
or she's involved in my business. She wants me to be greater. It's not personal.
Just
it's
about
not
her,
just
her,
about
me,
her.
me.
Yeah.
She brings things to the tables too, like ideas. Now I see she's involved in my future.
Yeah.
You an entrepreneur?
Well, in the making.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying because I'm an
No, but yeah,
entrepreneur,
that's
so
true though
that
because
definitely plays a big part
yeah,
in it.
I'm entrepreneur, but a lot of people try to make everything about them and take away from what you got. You know what I'm saying?
And she
going
gotta
on.
be down with the
if
grind.
she's with it, like what you're saying, if she's with everything and not being selfish with it, then yeah.
Yeah, she got to be down for the grind.
If
She
you
got to.
see, she's really selfless. Like she's making sure
Mm-hmm.
you eat. Like these little things, like we don't really take into account. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's checking on you, like making sure like the details of your mind is right, your soul is right. Like
Yeah,
she prayed
definitely.
with you.
Mhm.
You know, she's not quick to like talk things with her girls that you be talking. About.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, these little characters.
Sell posts on Twitter, and
That's-
Instagram, and all
Somebody
that
wants to know
stuff.
that. Are you single?
I'm single.
They want to know why you single.
I'm single because personally, I don't feel like I'm ready to deal with somebody
Yo,
else's
shoot that
BS.
shot, my G. Like, who is that? You know what I mean? You ain't even asking the right questions right now.
I'm just
Nah,
keeping it
that
100.
that person's looking for a relationship.
And the reason I'm saying that, because you see how he says shoot his shot. I'm
His
not gonna
name
shoot.
on IG is Izzy IZZ.
But that's good
Why?
though because
No, but Shorty
AGOD.
Shorty looking for a relationship.
no, but that's good because that means you're not willing to waste nobody's time knowing that you're not ready.
Because the person that you involve yourself with, you share their energy as well. So whatever demons they're dealing with, you're gonna deal as well. And if I know I have not mastered my own demons, I'm not gonna bring you into my circle because I could be detrimental to your life.
And you gonna fuck somebody like
I'm being intentional.
Why can't be more dudes like him walking around?
No, there is more dudes like him, but we don't know how to say it like him.
Just say it though.
No. We can
Y'all
say
want women to be so emotional open, but y'all are not willing to do the same.
Like, just the same thing he just said. The way I would say it is, I'm still working on me. And y'all might think like,
I
might hit you with I'm gonna hit you with it's not you, it's me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
I'm literally saying the same thing he's saying,
but it's just
it's
a
a better way of saying it. It's
so
a
then
presentation.
why you can't like coach yourself to be more verbal?
Because I didn't grow up in that, or I wasn't coached.
I can't be mad at that because I literally had a nigga drop me because he was like, you don't know how to communicate.
Oh, I can answer this. You see, a lot of things with guys, we don't like to be vulnerable, and most guys don't understand vulnerability is your greatest strength. Now, when you're speaking about your emotional intelligence, you know how you feel, but if you don't know how you feel, you can't explain it.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes, they have been desensitized growing up. You can't cry when you feeling a way, or you got to man up, pull up your pants, pull up your boots. You got to be tough.
But to chime in on that, it also comes with age and evolution and maturing.
That as well.
Maturing plays it like once you become a man. Honestly, to me, you become a man when you can express emotion.
Exactly, but you have to learn that though, because a lot of men don't learn to express. Yeah, you learn to hold things in.
Yeah, and I would say I didn't learn until my girl called me out on it, and I would say the first time I actually expressed my emotions, she made me feel like a bitch about it, and I was just like,
like, damn.
Yeah, this is why I don't do it.
That be the ill shit about it, right? Chicks want an emotional, hardcore thug. I forgot. What you want?
I literally forgot what it was, but I told her, I was like, yo, you can't be talking to me like that. Like, I don't appreciate you. I understand your message, but you need to deliver it better. Yeah. Like, you need to deliver it to like
a bitch.
And, no, she said, this is what she said. She said, so you want me to baby you? And I was like,
nigga, what?
I know that rocks your pride.
Ain't nobody asked you to baby me.
I was like, so you calling me a bitch?
I know that rocks your pride.
What do you mean? Like, she was like, no, I'm saying, do you want me to baby your feelings? I was like, yo, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I can't.
But like, you guys like to be babied though.
No, but the way she delivered it. Like, I understand the message, but the way she delivered it, I felt like, yo, I gotta scrap with you right now, like to show you, like.
But it's just like what he was saying, like the way he delivered everything, like, you know what I'm saying. It's just
the delivery.
Okay, so
it also depends on the woman too. It also depends on what the woman is into. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really interested in you guys, and they have 2 questions. Like they're really going in.
Ask the questions, boo.
So the first question is, why do we have to fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. So why can't we just get to know someone first and foremost? Why is there a quota on the amount of dates we go on for us to have sex?
Why is there a quota?
Why is there a quota
on the time that you gotta get married?
I never said that.
It's not a quota.
No. I never put a time limit on it.
No, I said the third date should be introduced by the female to show that you also have an interest in
the fuck out of here. Let me tell you about
interest
that third
goes
date
both
shit.
ways. Interest
goes both ways.
I had a dude that I was dating, right? And he hit me with this is our third date. He was like, you pick the place that we go to, and that's where we go.
Yeah.
We go on a third date. The date was awesome. Don't get me wrong. I picked the place. We had a good time. The tab came. He expected me to pay the tab because I picked the third date. I told that nigga, that's not fucking happening. Like, I did that nigga right there on the spot. Like, this is your tab, and I walked out. So after that,
you went Dutch?
I'm sorry, say it again.
She passed the bill.
No. We ain't go Dutch shit. I don't go. Dutch is brunch. Nigga. Dutch is friends meeting up. Dutch is not a date.
So how do you show interest in a guy?
For me,
I think we got like totally away from the question. I don't even.
Yeah, that's not even the question.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, let's
answer that, and I'm asking.
Okay, go back.
She said.
Wants to know why does she has to go on? Hold on, I'm sorry. She said she has no problem taking someone out if she's interested in them.
True.
But if I go on 3 to 5 dates, do I have to sleep with you?
No,
Nah.
no, I'm listening.
You
This
don't
ain't
have
no
to.
barbarian shit here. Nah,
No, you don't
like,
have
it ain't
to.
no it ain't no time limit on it. We get there when we get there.
And there's something y'all have to understand. There's want and there's need. There's want and there's need /
Yeah.
have.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to. I want you to. Of
And,
course I
and,
want
and
you
let's
to.
be and let's
But
be
you don't
real.
need to.
You don't need to.
And let me be totally real about something else too. I value my time more than I value your vagina. So I'm not taking you out just to fuck.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm taking you out because I genuinely want to experience a good time with you.
Exactly.
That was
That's
real.
real shit. That's real shit.
Somebody say you single.
Who that?
He is.
You know what I mean?
Who that? But okay, so how do you show interest in a guy?
Everybody I date asks me that. I show interest by the things that I do.
Which is
I'm not a very verbal person. And I've come to realize that just the older I get, I've come to realize that like people be calling me out like you're not affectionate, you're not this, you're not that. And I always thought I was affectionate. They're like, no, you're not affectionate at all.
No.
And a lot of guys have an issue with that. They're like, you don't show any type of affection. But I feel like if I'm giving you my time, because I'm very easy to be like, oh no. So if I feel like I'm giving you my time, that shows that I'm interested.
Nah.
But I don't know how to verbally say I like you. I don't know how to verbally say like I want to build with you.
So would it be a problem if a dude is just showing you his time, just giving you his time, and not being
as a
affectionate?
female, for me, yes, because I need that gratification of you saying like you're who I want. But
But
I
you
feel
don't
like
see it
me
on the flip
being,
side,
I
though.
feel like me being honest and saying that, because I'm honest and saying that I don't know what it is to be affectionate. I don't. That's not how. Like, that's not how I was raised. I'm honest in saying I don't know what it is to say I like you. I would never tell someone I like you.
and
I would never tell someone I love you.
I think when you cross that hurdle, that's when it becomes real for you. Like I think because a lot of people don't understand.
I
Like
mean, she's been
man
engaged twice.
need affection.
I have been engaged twice.
Man need
and even one of
affection.
my,
And
I speak to all my exes. Don't get me wrong. I speak to all my exes, and all my exes would tell you, "Yo, like she's amazing," but she wasn't ready. I told her even on my way here, one of my ex fiancés. No, even on my way here, or one of my ex fiancés, one of the two, you know, he texts me, "How you doing? What you doing? Blah blah blah, whatever the case may be." But I don't know what it is, but I just can never take that step forward. Like,
However, let's put it like this.
I
However,
don't know if y'all ever went on a date.
who? Me and BJ?
oh nah, that's homie from high school.
Yeah, no.
Your followers is mad nosy.
Nah.
They are so nosy.
That's homie from high school.
Question before I leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of my followers would like to know, why do men let bitches take them home or introduce them to their parents? And then do the same, they don't even know how to feel about the person.
I don't believe you should meet your parents, anybody's parents.
So she basically asking it, why do
The
men
man or the dude, why does the man allow the woman to meet his parents?
Yeah, like why you guys take them
I don't do
home?
that. Oh, no, I don't do
Yeah,
that.
I don't do that.
Meet the
He ain't
parent.
got no choice, especially in New
No,
York.
let's put.
Well, a lot of
meet
these
the
niggas
parent.
live with their mom, so yeah, they really ain't got no choice. That's why.
Let's
yo.
put it like this.
Yeah, but even if you live with your mom, you can still not let her meet your mom.
That's a fact.
If the
what I'm
mother
saying?
has met every of his girlfriend, then you're not special.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Then you're not special.
Any of his female friends, you mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
if I'm dating you, and my mom has met every woman I've dated,
Yeah.
you're not special.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I live with my mom.
But that's just
you know,
like I think. Well, yeah, your mother, that's more important. But like, even if you got sisters or anything, like if anybody met every single one, you're not.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. When I lived with my mom's, and my sister stayed there too. It was a long time. I moved out when I was 19, but my mom's knew. Like, yo, if I walk her right past you, she don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, if I walk her right past you without her even saying hello to you, she don't mean nothing to me. If I stop and say, speak, then you know this is somebody I'm fucking with. You know what I mean? So my mom's knew the drill.
That's true.
Y'all niggas ain't shit.
It's not that, but that's the thing though. It's not that we're not shit. It's just that you have to understand. You have to understand. My mom has met every woman I've been with since high school, so automatically she's.
Which is not much because you've been with your girl since high school.
Oh no, I'm not saying my mom has. I'm just saying like in
okay.
general.
Okay.
In general, no, my mom's only met my wife. That's the only. Like I didn't feel like the need to bring any other woman home.
What about you?
I feel like there's two different type of dudes. There's one type that's like you that waits till the wife, or there's another dude
That's like peso.
that his mom is his best friend, so she gonna see every thought that he walked through it.
And because she sees every thought that he walked through it, she's not gonna respect you until
Exactly.
Yeah.
until
this is the one.
Yeah, because
she's
she's gonna see you as a
she's gonna assume that you just a thought.
She's gonna see you as replaceable.
Because
I'll see the next one. I'll see the next one.
It gotta get to a different level. You gotta show something different.
Yeah, I'll see the next one.
And I'm gonna keep it funky about it. This is about my mother in particular. You meeting my moms really don't mean shit to my moms until she get to know you. Like seriously, y'all gonna meet.
Sometimes it don't matter.
And all that, that don't mean nothing to my mom.
That means something to them, to the chick.
That's what I'm saying. But I've explained that to chicks. Like, yo, they be like, yo, why you don't bring me around your mother more? I'm like, yo, hun, my mother don't give a flying fuck about you. If I like you, she like you, and that's the end and start of it right there. You understand what I'm saying? My mother really does not care. You understand what I'm saying? It has to get to a certain point of you being around for my mother to even give a fuck. You know what I mean? Seriously.
That's that F-boy stuff though.
No, definitely no. But I can't even do that. Like I can even bring a chick over for Thanksgiving, and if it's the first time my mother seen you, she's gonna be nice and cordial. Obviously, my mother's a respectful.
She'll probably give you some collard greens.
But she don't care though. You know what I mean? Like
give her a little bit of collard greens.
Because the idea of society is like a guy's gonna do what a guy's gonna do. You know, if you like Nigerian or Caribbean, like there's not that much restrictions on guys. Like most guys get to do whatever they want. If it's a girl, that's a different idea. You know, you can't come up with no random dude to
every
Thanksgiving.
Like, but me personally, anytime it was something like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever like that, I introduced them. It was somebody I was serious.
That was exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't just like on some. Because there's been times where I messed with people and I seen my sisters walking down and I never said, oh, yo, this is my sister. Or I never said, yo, this is such and such, because they didn't mean nothing. But if it was somebody who was introduced, they was somebody serious though. You know what I mean?
And that's why there's two different type of dudes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I have a question. So if you're dealing with someone like me, who who doesn't specifically like say, I care about you, I like you, whatever the case may be, how can you deal with that? Because one of the guys that I talked to, he got mad at me because he told me what one of his concerns was, and I never responded. And then I text him today like, yo, do you want to go to the park do you want to go to the park tomorrow? And he was like, you dead ass ignored me, you ain't say nothing, like, nah, I'm good. And to me, I registered that as you're just way too emotional. Like, I'm ready to dead him, like. I spoke to it about my mom, and my mom felt the same way that I did. Like, I'm
that
just
he's
like,
too emotional.
I'm like, you do too much.
So what if he did this? No, this is my thing. What if he did the same thing to you?
What's the question?
Okay, but it was more.
Deal with a woman like her with no emotion.
No, how do you do it?
I do have emotions. I'm just not verbal about it.
Let's put it like this: if a guy was to do the same thing to you,
yeah, that's what I was just saying.
You would have cut him off, right?
Do the same thing like what?
The same as actually.
He didn't answer your question.
I didn't ignore him.
He didn't answer your question. He didn't answer the specific question you asked, and then next day said, "Hey, you want to go to Central Park?"
It wasn't the fact that I ignored him. It was the fact that I know how I am. Ashley, you know how I am. You know me since high school. I know how I am. Like, I would be the type to just go off. But I feel like at this point, like, I'm trying to do better. So for me, when he texted me that, I was just like, this is a confrontation waiting to happen. I don't want to be confrontational. I don't want to hurt his feelings because I have no boundaries when I go off. So I was like, I'm just going to leave it alone.
But what would make you go off? Because he said he was good?
No. Because he shared his emotions.
Because he said that he was upset. So he felt like I ghosted for the week. Okay. He felt like I ghosted for the week. Okay. And yes, we spoke yesterday. Huh?
Is it one of your rules that you don't talk to me all day? We're done?
Yeah, because one of my people just said
you know my 24-hour rule. Okay, 24 hours, like, if I don't hear from you for...
So you ghosted him for a whole week?
I didn't ghost him for the whole week. I just didn't follow with the plans. Like, he wanted to do dinner one day. I didn't go to dinner.
So the
question is, how do we deal with somebody like you?
Mm-hmm. So all that, we still ain't even get the answer to the question.
Who is emotional?
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the real thing is that I had sex with him, and he felt like after I had sex with him, I ghosted. But I did.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah,
August Virgo, if that makes a difference.
Yeah,
that don't mean nothing. I don't know why y'all put so much
signs don't mean nothing.
He's mad because he feels like we had sex, and then I ghosted. I went to Atlanta for the week and a half, then I came back. And he made plans for us. I'm not gonna say we made plans. He made plans for us, and he felt like I didn't follow through with the plans. But I got shit to do. Like, I'm never just sitting. Like, I'm always doing something.
Did you tell him that?
Did I tell him what?
Did you just not answer?
No, I told him that.
That you got shit to do?
I did have shit to do.
No, did you tell him that you had shit to do?
Yeah, how did you deliver the message?
It's not the fact that you had shit to do. Did you tell him you had shit to do?
How did you deliver the message?
Or did you tell him after the fact, like after the week?
She told him after the week.
She told him after the week.
She told him after the week.
That's what happened.
That's the problem.
But this is the thing. How would you deal with somebody like that who did the same thing
this is
you
the thing.
did?
This is the thing I know about Asia is that she has her rules, but she doesn't live.
Don't try to read me.
You have your rules, and I admire that you stick to your rules. Mm-hmm. But if the table was turned, you blame that on the guy versus on you.
And that's what I'm learning. And I'll be honest, that's what I'm learning. As I get older, I realize like I'm really not as soft as I thought I was. I really thought I was soft because I'm the softest person in my family. But I realized I'm not soft. But I don't know how to be soft because that's not what I was raised around.
You don't have to be soft. You just have to communicate.
It takes a certain amount of softness to be able to communicate, though.
Do you like the guy?
Especially when you're Jamaican.
Do you like the guy?
Listen. At the end of the day, nationalities and all that shit don't matter. It's about the character
of the person.
It's about the character of the person.
Do you want him? The way that Americans look at shit is different than the way that Africans look at shit.
None of that shit don't matter. Do you care if the person treated you the same way? How would you feel? Would you feel some type of way?
I will be honest in telling you that I don't care about nobody.
So you wouldn't care if he did the same shit to you?
Nah.
Nah.
Keep that same energy, cause it's gonna happen.
Because look, this is
and
why
you gotta. How are you gonna? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry to cut you off. I just had this conversation, right? This is why I say vulnerability is very important. Mm-hmm. Because if you're not vulnerable, you're not showing that person that
I've been vulnerable, and that shit didn't get
no.
me.
Because if you can go
BJ,
with a listen,
you know I've been vulnerable.
Listen, if you can go a week without letting somebody know about your whereabouts,
I've been vulnerable, and it didn't get me anywhere.
Okay, so would you say the history of your vulnerability that God took advantage of?
No, but it's
the reason.
It's a difference between being vulnerable and being vulnerable.
And being vulnerable, because when I say when being vulnerable and you got love for somebody, you got to communicate and put them on so they don't start assuming, because it's going to become detrimental to your relationship.
Okay, so I will tell you this. One thing I do believe in communication. I will always communicate with whoever I'm talking to. But like all that extra shit that people be asking for, I be trying, but I really can't. Like I really be trying, I can't get it out of me.
My question is to you: what is extra? Because if you go on a week without letting somebody know,
no. I believe in talking to someone. If I'm talking to you, if we're dating, we need to talk at least once a day. I'm not saying all day. What I'm saying is take a minute out the day to say hello, I'm alive. That's what I mean.
I ain't got time.
If I don't talk to you within 24 hours,
communication.
I'm sorry, say it again.
There's levels to communication.
It is levels to communication.
Just communicating and saying hi.
But for me personally, if I don't talk to you within 24 hours, lose my fucking number. That's how I feel. Like, lose my number because I wasn't a thought process in your head. Lose my number. That's how I feel. Now, what I'm saying is, for me...
So it shouldn't be like that on the flip side. A nigga shouldn't lose your number and say who this when you text.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what's something I'm noticing? Mm-hmm. Like, since I've known you since high school, I think you still keep the rules or the game of high school in you. Like, it still affects you.
I think I will say
there's some immaturity in a lot of things you're saying, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think it's because it comes from high school. Like all the things that I know,
don't think it's high school.
All the things I know about you is like started from high school to about around college, and like I don't know the new stories after that. Like, and maybe and I think maybe your value comes from what you went through in high school and college.
Maybe. I would be dumb to say like that didn't affect me. I'll be dumb to say that he didn't affect me. But what I'm saying is, I still feel like back to what we were saying. I feel like culture plays a difference. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. My grandmother, like she's never been soft with me. She was never even soft with my grandfather, which is why they divorced. My mother, she's not soft with my dad. I don't know what it is to see a woman be soft. I don't know what that is.
Acknowledge our feelings.
Right, and I acknowledge my feelings. I acknowledge my feelings.
Our feelings. Don't downplay. No matter how
but what you seeing
whack it sounds, do not downplay our feelings.
What you seeing doesn't mean that it should trickle down to how you should act.
Yeah, that's a lie because it's learned behavior.
No, but it doesn't mean that it should be in your personality.
Behavior.
Yeah, it's learned behavior, but learned behavior can't be
nature versus nurture, and nurture always wins over nature. It does. That's a biological thing.
Well, what the thing
But
you're
do you know
saying
you're
is,
wrong?
hold on.
You know you're wrong, right?
Wait,
I do know I'm wrong, and that's what I'm saying.
that's
I be sitting there trying to fix it, but I always kind of fall back into that pit hole of what it is I do and what it is I am.
no, but this is how you start the change though, because you already know, like you said, the previous ones before you, they were not soft, and they ended up divorced. So you know what it is to not keep that person around. You basically got to do the opposite of what you've seen. Because if you already see that they weren't soft and they're not together now, it's going to be duplicable. The same thing that they're doing is what you're doing. And you're going to get the same end result. So the same thing you keep doing is insanity.
But you know what's crazy?
My parents are still married 20 years.
You know what's crazy? She knows that.
That's the thing. I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
But I can't.
But you don't want to acknowledge it.
I acknowledge
you can.
it.
You can
I acknowledge
fix it.
because
truthfully,
I acknowledge it.
You can fix it.
This whole conversation comes down to just one simple thing: the type of nigga she deal with.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what this
maturity,
whole- that's what
like you
this whole
saying.
thing
Lana.
come
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
It's just about the type of niggas she deal with. There's some niggas that's gonna be with that, and some niggas that ain't. That's just what it is.
Because that's the thing though. If a
that's
dude
true.
was actually to go to her and be like, "Yo, I don't like how you treated me that way. I ain't like how you talk to me that way. I wish
Someone
you
told
talked
me
to
that
me."
last night, and I did it them.
And you gonna be like,
You should, but that's not being soft.
But why you
that's
did
communicating.
but why you did them? Because you couldn't handle.